Just when you thought it was safe.
Yo, hey, you know what time it is? my guy is crazy.
Y'all ain't even getting none of the beginning of this.
Hey, but check us out. Hey, we gonna start set. You already know we gonna check the record, boy. We for the record. I'm your boy KD3.
I'm your man, Manny Dogs.
Oh my motherfucking God! This is how we going. Hey, but let me get right to it though. We got a legend with us, dog. A Sioux Falls star,
the living legend,
the one, the only Nightshield.
Nightshield.
Yeah, man.
Hey, baby, man, appreciate you coming, bro. Man,
oh man, of course.
We've been trying to just show love to a lot of the, you know what I mean, the founding artists of Sioux Falls. You know what I mean, that came through, help. You know what I mean, make this thing what it actually is. You know what I'm saying, but. And when it comes to just forefathers of rap right now in Sioux Falls, you know what I'm saying? If you don't mention Nightshield's name, you flat out just hating.
Just don't know.
Bro, you just flat out just hating, dog. Cause my man got, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say at least 750 or more shows under his belt.
Yeah.
And like I said, like every year he continues to reinvent himself, drop a new project. Get nominated for a award,
a NAMI award winner, bro.
So let's just kind of just go in from there, bro. Because like I said, I can go on and on about all the different accolades. My man's super humble, so I can brag for him a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Save the burning baby from a building.
Yeah, let's not talk to him. Let's talk.
All right, I'm locked in. My bad. Hey, listen, man, my bad.
But man, tell us a little bit, man. Just like I said, this I just know when we first started doing rap in Sioux Falls, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't no like, you know, venues to even do rap. So when I say you did 700 plus shows, everyone's probably thinking like, where, you know what I'm saying? How, you know what I'm saying? But like legit, we had to go invent venues when there was like hotels that was like, hey, we got a little event hall, you know what I'm saying? We'll rent the event hall out. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't remember Howard Johnson, you know what I'm saying, or the Oaks, you know what I'm saying.
The Oaks,
you know what I'm saying. So those are some of the establishments we had to frequent to create a venue, you know what I'm saying, to even throw a show. But I'm gonna say, just tell us a little bit about just like your journey, man, in hip hop, man, and some of the things that, you know what I'm saying, that people may not realize about Nightshield.
Well, shit, man, I've been doing this fucking 23 years now, like. Older than some of the rappers that are around right now.
right.
Majority of them.
Yeah, so we started doing this, man, way back in the day. Like when, like you said, when we had to create venues, we created a fucking scene that wasn't here to begin with.
For sure.
You know? We've just been doing it, man. I running a record label to begin with, and then became an artist myself, and just been fucking grinding ever since, really, man.
What was that transition like? Because I know at first, like you said, you were running a label, you finding talent.
Yeah.
You garnering that, right? What made you go, I think I want to do it?
Man, lazy artists.
Yeah.
It's like, I always had the grind and like to do shit, but then like I'd work with these artists and like I was doing everything for them, and then they just wouldn't appreciate it, and it would be, like when I first started, it wasn't like, I kind of just wanted to be Puff Daddy. Or whatever, in the background a little bit. Yeah. But,
For sure.
Yeah, and then slowly, like, I started messing around and doing stuff on my own, and then I was like, well, I can kind of do this a little bit. And then, like, I had a few songs that sort of, like, took off early in my career that were getting on the radio and stuff like that. And I was like, well, let's just fucking do it then. So then we just started doing it, and then...
The old Hot 9 at 9, you know what I'm talking about?
Hey, man.
Some, like... reservation classics, man. Like we got like stuff that was on the radio all over the different reservations and stuff like that.
Sure.
It was like, yeah, like I had a song called "Ride with Me" that was like way back in the day, and that song was everywhere on the radio, like West River and stuff. And
what was that love like? Like, was that instant love you got from the res, or was it like you had to earn them stripes, so you had to?
At that time, people didn't even really understand it. Like It was like because there had never really been anything like that before. So people were like, "Wait a minute, stop trying to be black," or like they didn't understand like. There's natives that are rapping now. What's going on here? And
and that's the one thing about being a kind of pioneer in that outright fashion. There was no other blueprint really to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I saw anybody else rapping that was native, I was like bro, like you need to either fall in line with my man Nightshield and he'll set you up, or like, you know what I mean? It was just like something like you just never saw, you know what I'm saying? You just never, I could never really point you in the right direction because there was nobody else out there doing that.
But if you was dope, Nightshield already had you anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he found him anyway.
I just remember this dude's camp when we went to the old Black House Coffee when we tried to do the commission.
Oh, the commission, yes, sir.
Bro, like, and I remember, like, you know what I'm saying, when first walking in, and like, you know what I'm saying, it was just me, Mark, T, and I think one other, maybe KOT was with us, 4 of us, and then y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all was there, Nobleman, Tame, V, yourself. I don't know if Rotate was there.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? It was probably just y'all 3, and then Soul Crate, you know what I'm saying?
It was there.
Dan, and you know what I'm saying, and them, and then Nightshield come through in the back. He in the back, like already set up like a mob, right? Like,
listen,
the Black Sheep Coffee is not really,
it's not that big, man.
So the one little picnic table in the back was like 5 or 6 dudes in front of that. The whole picnic table pulled up, and then Nightshield's in the back, like in the back corner, like you got to get through all of these.
Hey,
dudes.
that's what I'm saying. He looking like Joe Crack.
Yeah,
he looking like he was just Sioux Falls Joe Crack.
And that's what I was gonna say though. Like I said, he kind of said, like, you know, say he wanted to be like the kind of Puff Daddy in the back. You know what I'm saying? But like he always did. Like I'll say maybe a Fat Joe, AR/artist at the same time, because he would put his mans on, because his team's always been primarily the same roster. You know what I'm saying? There was a Maniac, my man Crime Spree, you know what I'm saying? Those are the main cats I remember seeing, you know what I'm saying?
Back in those days, yeah, it was like Young Trev,
Sinatra.
Yeah.
For sure.
That camp was deep because it was Trev, Sinatra, you, Maniac.
We had Overflow.
Was Frank Dukes?
Yeah, F Duke. Yep.
Yeah,
he was with us. Yeah.
So it was nice. It was a Nightshield Entertainment.
Yeah.
All right. So
I didn't really think that one through all the way. Like, it was like maybe I should go under a different name after I started making music.
But I mean, you gotta establish yourself out there. So everything was branded Nightshield. You know what I'm saying? I remember, like I said, going way back. Like I said, when we first started doing music, and again, like before there was like really music pages, my man had the Facebook joint with the music playing and the banner and whatnot. And then my guy got hacked, right? I feel like he was the first ever like online cyberbully situation.
I mean, he's a pioneer. That's what we do. He even pioneered getting hacked.
I was like, bro, like I go, and then like but solely after that, you know what I'm saying, we got hacked too, doing this wild, crazy just stuff on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? No, that wasn't Facebook. MySpace. You know what I'm saying? And my man had what cracked me up the most is my man had like all the gay, it was like a bunch of like gay photos and images, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, like, who hated you
not to say that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, no, and again,
these
like,
are the views.
Do whatever you choose, but like, it
was a much different time back then.
Very much different time.
It didn't look like Nightshield approved or sanctioned this. He looked mad, uncomfortable with the situation, you know what I'm saying? And you couldn't really bring it up, like, bro, like, what's going on with... Nah, never mind. We
that was biteshield.com.
That's right.
They took my whole page and flipped it. Like, so if there was a picture of me in the front, on their website, there'd be a picture of me with like a dick in my mouth.
Man.
What the fuck?
Man.
What is going on with the world? It's always been twisted.
but let me like kind of transition from that, boy. Like, because like I feel like being like on social media, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you've always kind of pushed the envelope with your content you do, you know what I'm saying? Which again, if you know you for real, like, it majority, like 98% of everything you're saying is majority comedy. You mean from a good place, you know what I'm saying? But how did your last Nightshield page get taken down? I know you had like 10 plus years of footage on there.
The Facebook page, that was the worst. That had like just to posted a meme, like just randomly. I see a meme somewhere, I take it. Yeah. It's funny. I'll toss it up.
Yeah.
And then I took the same thing I usually do, posted a meme, and then all of a sudden, like, it was somebody on my Facebook page or whatever. Like, they start tagging her, and then like I was just sitting there watching TV, and I was looking at.
So the meme was actually somebody of a person that was
on my page.
Oh no!
And it was like a girl, like, she took like a picture of her like getting raw dogged from the back or something.
Oh,
and they put it into like a meme, and there was no nudity in it.
Yeah.
It
Why
was
would she do such a thing?
Yeah. We just knew the details behind the scenes. It just made it that much.
So
more.
let me get this right. You got banned.
Yeah.
Because the person took a picture of herself.
Yes, and
sharing the content, though.
Created herself as a meme.
Shit, I don't think she created it. It was just that picture, and then it said something stupid like I don't know exactly what it said, but it was funny.
You thought you had a long day?
Yeah. And so I just posted it, and then I remember like looking at my Facebook page, and I logged back in like an hour later, and it was like, wait, what? And I was getting flagged for like revenge porn.
Yeah.
And like everybody started tagging this girl in this fucking thing or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then yeah, sure enough, they just took my whole page. No, I don't know. I don't know who it is. Like I don't.
But she was on your page.
Yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
I rock with Nightshield.
And this is how
I can see it. This is how it, baby. But I got every CD,
every T-shirt I've ever purchased. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wearing a Nightshield T-shirt that day.
We was listening to his music while I was getting raw dogged.
Hey, and that's when it comes full circle. It comes full circle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. But you know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, like for majority of what your content I see that you post on your social media is coming from a comedic place. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know what I mean, if you just gotta know the person to understand where it's coming from. So I say that to say, so what's your beef with Christy No?
Man, that's a content
just out of nowhere. That escalated quickly.
Because like every time I ever see, you know what I'm saying, like I literally try to be going like probably social media like maybe twice a day, like prime hours, you know, 8 o'clock, you know what I'm saying, then like maybe 2-3 o'clock, and usually my man gets the brunt
I get
force
all
of my craziness.
All of
but
them. I get 50 messages in a row.
You know what I mean?
Of laughter.
But you know, and then I always stumble across Nightshield stuff, and it'll be like Nightshield, it'll be like support Nightshield, fuck Christy No. It'll be like I'll be like, or like damn, like my guy. But again, we've all seen some of the things that, you know, we probably don't agree with of her. But I just wanted to just know, like, what's the personal situation? I see that I
just did the first, so I've done like 2 like just fake tweets, like just like promoting like various things that I had. Yeah. And the last one I did went way out of control. Like I was getting like messages from like her fucking like her social media people, like she didn't really do this. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I was promoting a comedy thing that I did. Like I did a stand-up show a few months ago, and it was clearly a joke, but like it was a good enough Photoshop or whatever that it looked like a real tweet of hers that she had sent out, and it went fucking super viral. And like I was getting like threats, like Donald Trump threats from like Trumpers and stuff in my inbox and stuff. And I'm like, it's a joke. Like it's clearly a joke.
We're laughing, people.
Like, you know what I mean? But again, like I said, people that don't know Nightshield are like, man, this guy's a fucking asshole. Like he legit does not give two, you know what I mean, about anything. You know what I mean? But like I feel like all the stuff that you've done from music, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's definitely put you in a position where like you kind of like a household name. Like you kind of like if I see a show out there, you know, especially in our area, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't on it or promoting it, you know what I'm saying, I feel like then they ain't really touching a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, the artists in this area, or really like reaching out to some of the, you know what I mean, the established, you know what I'm saying, artists that are around here, you know what I'm saying. Is there any artists right now currently that you really kind of like still really pushing heavy to trying to like promote their music, or is it just solely just Nightshield everything at this point?
Yeah, it's pretty much just me doing myself. Like I work with Crime Spree a lot, but he's not like part of my label. Like he sort of just does his own thing and I do my thing, but we're just buddies or whatever, so we go, you know, travel around and do shit all the time. But yeah, I sort of gave up on fucking like pushing other people. Like I still work with Maniac a lot. That's still my guy, but he's got like 100 kids now, so he don't really like be out there doing it like
that.
Like
it does change you a little bit. It does change you.
His name's Maniac.
Yeah,
enough said.
Which is also called like a nut. Which then is we you know.
Yeah, so 1 + 2 is 100. I got you. I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying,
bro? So when we look back, I mean, plenty of shows, plenty of wild moments at concerts, right? What would be like your top 2 or 3 best shows or concert experiences for you? I mean, you've done a lot, so out of 797,000 shows.
I think the first time I did Bone Thugs and Harmony was like because I'm like a hardcore Bone Thugs fan or whatever.
What venue was you at?
I think it was the Vault. I think it was just Crazy and Wish. And Crazy Bone's like my all-time favorite rapper. And so just the fact that I was like on the same bill as him was like, damn, this is fucking crazy or whatever. And then
the dream come true. For sure.
That one was like a big moment. And then I've done shows like in like Milwaukee and stuff, like Indian Summer Festival and stuff, where we'd open for like Brûlée and there'd be like 7,000 people there and stuff. And Sturgis Rally, like there'd be just people as far out as you could see.
Tell me about that. Because listen, Sturgis is not known for its hip hop.
Yeah. No. Actually, man, like if you go out there now, like Sturgis, usually they just do like one day a year where they'll have like
hip hop act.
Yeah, like it'll be like I think Snoop Dogg was supposed to be there last year, but they switched it up at the last minute. But Sturgis is actually pretty dope. Like
I think one time I remember they had like 3-6 Mafia out there or something like that.
I opened for the first time I did it, and I probably, to be honest, wasn't ready to be on a stage this big.
Yeah.
I did Little John. I opened up for Little John, and I remember coming out on stage and just seeing people like as far as you could fucking see.
I can see.
And I was just like, I was overwhelmed. I was like, holy fuck! Like
that's the point where you know, like I'm really doing this.
Like,
I'm really,
ain't no turning back at that point.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, that was like a big moment. And I remember like after getting off stage and like I got all drunk and was like wandering all around and was like, I swear I met everybody I ever met in my life that night was there. And it was crazy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I mean, what like I said, you kind of touched on it a little bit. Like, so I mean, what is your hip hop influence? So being a native, you know what I mean, coming into rap, you know what I'm saying, and that doesn't really even necessarily like have to pinpoint anything in general. But like, is there like a certain person or certain groups that like majorly influenced you into doing rap, or was it just one in particular?
My first experience really with hip hop, like live, I remember in high school. There was an artist named Lightfoot, and he came to our school, and he was like, he's credited as being like the first like native rapper or whatever. And he came to our high school and performed at our high school. And I remember seeing that and just being like, we can do that? Like, that's crazy. And just saw it. And then when I was in college, just some guy around, you know, at our college would be like, he'd come and he'd like rap to me and shit like that. And I'd be like, people can just do that? That's crazy. Like, you know? Real talk. And then so like those influences where it really, I don't know, it just changed me in a way that like, I realized that people can fucking do that. It wasn't just a thing on MTV that I saw like when I was growing up on the res or whatever. Like it was like a real thing, that people did. And I don't know, it just sort of like,
so when you first started again, sitting down, like creating music, like were you listening to Bone, like being like, you know what I mean, some of the first like influential artists in your life, or was it like, whatever you tell me, whatever is the most influential person, or just some of the music that influenced you to start making, like, I can really put this pen to pad or really start creating the music? I
think Ice Cube, Scarface, and E40 are probably like my three like biggest influences as far as like, who I sort of like.
You can hear that early Nightshield music.
Oh,
you hear that.
Yeah.
E40 for sure.
The Bay, for sure.
The Bay, big time. I cut you off.
When I was in, I think where that came from, well, I was always an E40 fan, but like they did like a thing in Vibe magazine like 100 years ago, like the top 50 unsigned artists, and they picked like everybody, one person from each state, and I was the South Dakota like top unsigned artist or whatever. And they had me under electronic hyphy, and I was like, the fuck is electronic hyphy?
That's a whole different
that's how they described my style, was electronic hyphy. And I was like,
hey, we'll take it.
What the hell? Yeah, so then I just sort of leaned into that a little bit. But yeah, it was a weird like genre to be like categorized.
Like, that's a very weird flex, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Electronic hyphy.
That's what's up, man. Like shit. So I mean, again, like I said, going back to again, you being being one of the, you know what I mean, one of the main pioneers, I say again, just for native rapping. and I remember going to the West River and freaking White River specifically.
I love White River with all due respect.
And
Y'all
man,
need
like
White River Drive, man. Hey, them stray dogs,
bro. It's a
disrespectful.
The crazy thing is, it's like it is like a completely different world. You know what I'm saying? Like from like when you the minute you get off the interstate, take that left down. You know what I'm saying? Off the interstate, down that off the beaten path. You know what I'm saying? It gets spicy. It gets spicy down there. You know what I'm saying? And I again pulling up the White River and again we pull up to like the Dust Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never been there before, so my first impression was like, bro, we went the wrong way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? And then and again, like not really a major culture shock, but just like I said, it's just kind of this crazy to see the similarities between the hood and the reservation a lot too. But it's just a different. Just a different, you know what I mean, way of life. You know, I'm talking about a different upbringing as far as for that. So then when I see obviously what people clinging to hip hop, you know what I'm saying, we all connect from, I would say this, from poverty, the same struggles, but it's just a different spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But again, like I said, when we pull up the West River, or I keep saying West River, White River, we pull up the White River and do the show, and again, like it's an establishment again that probably has not seen a lot of hip hop shows, so we get out. We probably triple the black population, you know what I'm saying? straight out the car, you know what I'm talking about? And then, you know, before the show, we kind of like, I wouldn't say explore the town, but go through the city a little bit. I just remember going into the liquor store and like literally open up the thing, it's like, and then we get like let me get that bottle of Hennessy right there, and the dude gets it. Blows it off, you know what I'm saying? He's like, this is probably the only bottle of Hennessy in the rest of this county, you know what I'm talking about? And then like, you know what I mean? Then we go back to the venue or whatever. And like, again, like I said, the things that I always gonna say 100% about Nightshield, his people support, his fans support, wherever he's at, they show up in droves. They not playing, they buying all the merch, they buying all the music. And again, and that's kind of my first experience, you know what I'm saying, too. Like, again, like seeing like, dang, your fan base really turn out and turn up, you know what I'm saying? So we get there, we out there, so we sold out all the stuff, do the show. It's like a, you know, one step up type show, so you can really reach out and touch everybody. And like the females there were just mad aggressive, like she like literally, I feel like I had to like button my shirt up a little bit, like I was like it was getting
touching me.
It was just mad aggressive. I just remember like, damn, like this is a different breed right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's that big auntie energy. Wasn't ready for that shit.
I didn't want him, man. You know what I'm saying?
But with that being said, though, you know what I'm saying, man, we love you. We love you, White River. I mean, I haven't been back since. You know what I'm saying? The one person I do.
I went back.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, tell us about your experience.
Back. Y'all still need lotion.
Oh,
but we did a dope little outreach out there, and it was really cool. And they were very, very appreciative for bringing the music back out. But one of my videographers got caught slipping.
Okay.
He left his bag unattended.
So
what had happened was the same thing you do. If you leave your bag unattended in the projects, it will be attended.
We are not responsible for lost or stolen items on the reservation.
But I want to jump into that Nightshield, because it's like you went, you know, and touched the res in a way nobody's ever really done that.
For sure. Yeah.
Did it ever turn on you, like they went from, yo, it's love, to a point where you felt like, yo, y'all turning on me? Did it ever do that?
Oh man, a lot of times, even especially like in the early days, like the like stereotype of being a rapper was like you were a gangster. Mm-hmm. So like a lot of times I'd go into places, and I mean, I'm not a gangster. I just fucking hang out and have a good time.
I just do my thing.
But I'd be getting like tested by people, like just because, you rap now, so you want to fucking fight or something? I'm like, no, I'm just sitting here chilling.
Let me see your AK-47.
Right. Yeah. So I would get tested like that all the time by like random people and stuff. Yeah. And it was always like just, haters and
bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, that would happen like a lot, like especially in the early days and stuff.
What was one of the most memorable moments? Like, I know elders are important. Was there ever a time where you felt like leaders there embraced you and took you to a different mental space with what you were putting out?
No, not really. Like I didn't really like trying to think back of like experiences I've had. A lot of the stuff I do is just like bar shows. So there's like a whole other like subgenre of like native hip hop that does more like I don't know what you would call it, community outreach rap or
Right.
Yeah.
that, and
More
that's not
conscious.
Social conscious,
That's
yeah.
not me, and so I'm not really like in those circles
Okay.
where I would run into that. But there's other artists from Rosebud that came out of there, like Nake Nula, Waun was one, like Frank Wan, and they do that kind of stuff where they'll like go into your school and like perform and do like that like Every
Uplifting.
Child Matters type
Yeah.
rap stuff, which is like a whole other.
Did you ever get any flack from that genre? Did they look at you and say, did they ever try to steer kids away from your
Yeah,
music?
say you fucking it up for us
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think like I would get booked for that kind of stuff early on in my career, and they didn't know what they were getting.
Signing up.
Yeah,
They
like,
didn't listen.
Yeah,
They just saw the dope ass fly.
Yeah, and they would be like, they want. I don't know who was it. Charles Barkley said, "I'm not a role model"
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they would want me to go in there and like.
Be the warm and fuzzy.
Yeah,
do-
yeah,
do
but
something that you wouldn't.
And it's not like I don't have anything against that. It's just not what I do or whatever. And I'm glad there's other artists out there now that do fill that void, because it is important for kids to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just wasn't what I was trying to do at the time. or
At the
whatever.
moment, Nightshield was saying, I was telling kids to eat ass. And the funny thing is, like, before that shit was a thing, this man was like saying that shit. I was like, bro, like, and all.
So he's a pioneer
in all
of ass eating too.
in all hilarity, bro. I'm like, bro,
Man.
like this is like 2004, 2005. Like there's no Kevin Gates, there's nobody like really saying that type of shit on
Nice
track.
cheesy, baby.
I was like, bro, this man is saying this on his own record. Like it's not
Right.
it's not like it's
Nobody,
a diss or
it's not a
anything.
rumor.
Nah,
He spread his own rumor.
there's plenty of things for spreading with Nightshield. So I'm just gonna say that. You know what I mean?
Yo,
So-
do you think and I don't think he ever gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I really feel like your fingerprint on the res, man, left a legacy that gave birth
Yeah,
to
gateway.
several rappers that's coming out of it. Like
Oh,
rappers
yeah.
is not abnormal on the res no more. Like everybody's rapping.
Yeah, it's
And I think you have to be credited for that, man, because there was nobody prior.
yeah.
There was
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so you need to give yourself that honor, B, to say, yo, and all y'all young dudes like that's coming up and pay homage to this dude. Like without Nightshield, nobody's listening to y'all.
That's maybe a question in itself too. I would say, do you feel like you get your flowers? Do you feel like you get the respect that you really deserve, kind of from the community or even just from the scene in general?
Sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I definitely feel like in those conversations, like I get left out a lot, or like there'll be big shows with like all native acts and stuff like that, and then I won't be on there, and I'll be like, well, wait a minute, all these kids are
Yeah.
like, they were
20 years younger.
yeah,
than me or whatever.
which I sort of understand too, because like I'm old now, I don't really reach the same audience that I reached
yeah,
at that time.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
all the people that grew up listening to me they're all old now too, and
Yeah,
so like
yeah, for sure.
and I don't necessarily have the energy to like want to go out and like
Keep
reach
up
those
with
high
that.
school kids and
Yeah.
like how I used to or whatever. So I get it. There's newer artists that are out there doing stuff, but at the same time, I'd be like, man, that would be a fun show to do. How come I don't get asked to do that kind of stuff or whatever?
Yeah.
But
You know what I
When
mean?
you look back, when you sit back and you just, or I don't know if you even do that because I know you're still active, and we'll jump in that comedy thing too. But do you ever just sit down and look back and go, man, all these things I've accomplished, man, I'm proud, and I left a legacy for people
Yeah.
to follow. You ever just think about that?
oh yeah, man. I mean, I think you can't get too self-congratulatory because I like you said, I'm still doing stuff and there's still stuff that I want to accomplish and things. But yeah, I mean, just the some of the things that I've done is like crazy. Like I was in a comic book.
Yeah.
Like how does I'm in a coloring book there's like a native entertainer like coloring book, and they have a page where kids can color me.
Yeah,
Like that's
dope.
cool.
That's
You
dope.
know, like
yeah.
You ain't in the coloring book.
Just saying. I mean, you dope.
yeah.
Have you ever been in a coloring book?
yeah.
Enough
Okay,
said.
then.
Enough
Enough
said.
said.
You know what I mean?
I get the front row.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I do want to say this. You know what I'm saying? If there was a South Dakota rap scene Mount Rushmore, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna allow you to speak for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you tell me who are the faces that you put on for the pioneers, or this whoever you think belong on that South Dakota Mount Rushmore rap scene.
Well, I think it's still got to go like with the old school, like the Noblemen, Soul Crate, UB. Like that's like the forefathers of South, not even just Sioux Falls hip hop, like South Dakota hip hop.
For sure.
Because even like West River, there really wasn't anybody doing anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's people out there. There was like KOD, and there was a couple other people that were like around when we were first doing stuff, but they didn't have a scene.
The grab scene. They, you know what I mean?
So you said a no, man.
But I think he's saying
he keep leaving him. Like, I'm not. Man. You can't have Mount Rushmore without Gabe Nightshield.
I mean, I'm implied.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's implying as if he's already there. Here's my
okay. Here the other three.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
that
There's
we
four.
doing
So
that.
wait.
I was
Soul
gonna
Crate,
flip the mic. This is some bullshit.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like implying that I'm already there. I'm already scoped it. I'm
Who
the
the
first
other
head.
three?
I'm the first head on there.
Gotcha.
And then everybody else fall in line accordingly. You know what I mean? But no. But again, I salute that though. You know what I'm saying? Because without you know what I'm saying, someone willing to take those blows coming out the gate. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be no doorway for all the artists that came in after that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I hopefully, you know, at some point, you know what I'm saying, like we get like a Flagstaff, like, you know what I mean, like boom, somebody really pops, you know what I'm saying? But until then, you know what I'm saying, we do got artists like yourself, you know what I'm saying, that really put on for South Dakota. And I feel like we just got to pioneer that more. We got to champion that more.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because South Dakota got a big pool of talented people. You know what I'm saying? And I want to do my part too to try to kind of break open some more barriers and some boundaries to kind of get that light for y'all. You know,
right now we're seeing it athletically, like, you know, South Dakota's becoming a hotbed.
Yeah.
NFL and
oh yeah, right now for sure,
basketball and things like that. But when it comes to this hip hop thing, you gotta give credit where credit is due.
And actually, speaking of that,
I see
605 top 5 right here. This is my.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
Where's that hoodie being sold at? Can we?
I just made this on my own.
See, my man, he's making one of ones, making one of ones
because he's in a coloring book.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Major flex.
Listen, man. So I want let's stab into this comedy thing, man. Like, I know you go to a lot of comedy shows.
Yeah,
you starting to stab at comedy
a little bit. Like, I'm a big comedy fan, and like, I just try to be entertaining or whatever, and like, to be honest, like sometimes I get bored of doing hip hop or whatever, and it's just something different. Like I tried to do the stand up thing a few months ago or whatever, and that was like a big difference in like being funny around the table versus being funny like
in front of people.
People are expecting funny.
Make me laugh.
Yeah.
Make me laugh.
Right.
And for my first show, like I hosted the show, and so I had to go on like 3 times. So I was like, all right. This is the first time I went on, like I started the show, and I thought it went well. I thought it went really well. The second time I went on was sort of like diminished returns. I don't think it was like as good
as you thought when you first came out.
And then the third time I went on, I just chickened out. I was just like, I just introduced.
Here's a new guy. I'm out.
Yeah.
God bless you. Good night.
Yeah.
So tell me about that pressure though, because you know you've performed in front. Again, you said it. You performed for thousands. Right?
Yeah.
Is a different pressure?
It's way different. Like it just felt different. Like when the first time I went on, it was like I opened with a song. So I opened like I came out rapping.
He came out with something he's familiar with.
Yeah, and then moved into and my shows too, like I try to be funny like in between my songs and stuff like that, and like self-deprecating and just be funny or whatever. Yeah. So I was a little bit used to it, but yeah, it's a whole other thing.
So you didn't go in with like material.
Oh, I mean, I got all these like crazy stories, and as far as like, our road travels and things like that. Right. So I was just like, let me just pick 3 crazy stories, and I'm gonna just tell these stories, in between comedians or whatever. And I think in hindsight, I picked similar stories, which
okay.
So
funny the first time.
Yeah, and
we
then
heard
like the
this
second
already.
time, they're like, "Well, you just told like kind of a similar story."
Right.
So maybe next time if I do something like that, like I'll pick different topics to go over.
Well, the one thing I hope is a story that you bring up is any conversations with our girl Tank from White River. Like, I don't know.
Big auntie.
Like I said,
That's
I don't
the
know.
original Big Auntie.
Yeah, like I don't know
The
if, like,
OG.
if you keep up with her or whatever. But we got mad love for you out there. When
They miss you.
Soon as we get a budget,
poo.
yeah. As soon as we get a budget, we gonna send you some merchandise. You gonna rep for us out there. salute. But yeah, you know what I mean. So again, staying in that same vein about the comedy joint. So now you go from putting yourself out there like, hey, I'm gonna step out and do this comedy joint to allowing people to come roast you.
Yeah.
So kind of
how do we get to there?
Elaborate on that for me.
Somebody like presented the idea to me, and like Denim was the one that was like, you should do a roast, and I was like,
okay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, something to do. And I always try to do something around my birthday, like a show or I put an album out or something just to,
keep it.
I don't know, because I'm a narcissist, I guess. I don't know.
keep it about me. It's
Yeah.
about me. You know what I'm saying?
So this year I was just trying to think of something to do. And I didn't want to do like the traditional show or whatever. So I was like, let's do something different. And then Denim presented the idea of the roast. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Yeah, tell everybody where they can find that roast.
It'll be at Club David on February 25th.
That's what's up. What's the tickets cost?
15 pre-sale, 20 at the door.
All right, man. Make sure you get out there and get that. I'm definitely gonna step out to that because that's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious.
You might see me cry.
I'm gonna be.
That's the point we want to get.
We promised you it's gonna get emotional.
We gonna get him a lot of liquor and then we are gonna make him emotional and then we just go ahead and cut into him like he's a Christmas ham. No,
But here's the thing: we've come to that time now. Right. We didn't do it before. Okay. We missed it a couple times.
All right.
And now that we're talking about comedy, it's only right.
We gonna let you take over.
We getting into
take over.
My favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Okay. It's called Smash, Stash, and Dash.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna give you 3 options.
Yeah.
One, you gotta smash.
Okay.
Stash, you making wifey.
All right.
And Dash, you out of there. We not even touching.
I don't know, man. I got no shame too. So I mean, I'll fuck most anything.
And the fact that he said that
he's like,
made me rethink my people that I had in my head now, man.
Makes it a little
I should have made this way more harder.
Made it a little bit
this
more
is too easy.
Yeah.
It's too easy. I should have.
No, go ahead.
I should have had somebody with a wooden leg and a goldfish and they go glass eye.
I feel like
I've been there. I
wow!
A chick with a glass eye before.
Let's go. This is what we talking about. If you ain't
like take it out, put it in your mouth.
If you don't love Nightshield now, something is wrong with you.
Hit it from the back and dropped a marble on the ground. Should have seen her scramble.
He's like, do something straight for this roll of quarters.
Hey, look, man. There is nothing wrong with a little rolling eyeball.
Yeah,
I get it. Listen, okay, so here's my 3, man. Okay, but we go with celebrities, so we give you a break.
Okay.
All right. So Smash, Stash, Dash.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, man. All right.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Mm-hmm.
I'm changing this one.
All right.
Christy No.
Oh, man. Well, you know what?
Oh my God!
I'll give you an honorary, right? Honorary one. Hillary Clinton. So you gotta choose whoever like is Christy Noma and Hillary is in the same deck.
Yeah, I think Christy Nome I would definitely smash. I think she just needs some good loving.
That's what that is?
Okay. She's so uptight.
You smash it. So now
that's the problem. That's what the problem is.
Now here's the thing though. I told you that was a package. So that's now 2 for 1. So now you smashing Nome and
Clinton.
Rosie O'Donnell.
No, Hillary. No, it's you. They together.
Oh, so you just have the best three-way?
He said Rosie.
Right. Come to me, Rosie. Okay, right there. So now you gotta stash or dash Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen DeGeneres. Who's wifey? Who's getting ghosted?
Rosie's wifey. Rosie's wifey for sure. And
Okay.
Ellen just needs to go.
She got to go somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. Like, I appreciate.
Oh
That was too easy. He wasn't even uncomfortable.
He's like, bring it back. Hey, throw that in there. He's like, here.
Rosie looked like she'd be a good cuddler. She cuddle you. Like
She the big spoon.
Man, yeah,
She want to be the big spoon.
Like, hey, if you've ever been the little spoon before.
So y'all heard it here, man. It's Smash Dash and Dash. Nightshield right now is legendary.
Yeah.
He didn't even blink or flinch.
Nah.
He's a that's why he's a pioneer.
Yeah. That's why he's chief numero uno for the Savage Life.
Because he's just straight beast mode. Yeah?
So let me.
He was in here smelling his finger earlier. I don't know what that was all about. I was like, bro, we're gonna get on camera here in a minute.
Hold on, one more whip.
He's like, hold on.
He was covering the top of his lip.
Smell it.
I said, we still doing this? Gotta be kidding me.
It's like, oh man, that's hilarious. But like, let's get to the age-old question, though. You know what I'm saying? Which is the hardest question for most people. You know what I'm saying? We only gonna give you 4 options, the same thing that we've been doing for everybody. We doing the Mount Rushmore rap because this is our state.
Yeah.
So you only get 4, your top 4 artists of all time.
Okay.
And it's your category. No
Yeah.
arguments.
I might boo you.
It's on you.
I might boo you.
You gonna be quiet. Let the man live.
All right.
Let him live.
Top 4. This is just
And no order. It's not like 1
Yeah.
through 4. No.
Just whoever you throw
Whoever you thought there.
this is just my personal favorite, not who I think is the better MC or just my
Right,
personal.
just your 4.
If I'm like gonna vibe out, this is
That's you.
I
That's
got
you.
Crazy Bone Thugs and Harmony.
So okay, I gotta make sure I be distinct. So you tell me all a bone
or just crazy.
or just crazy?
Just crazy.
Just crazy.
All right, that Thug Mentality album.
Yeah.
You do go hard. Though.
E40 is my number 2.
Okay.
Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg. That's my
Let's go.
that's my top 4.
I can't even be mad at that.
You can't argue that at all.
I can't.
The crazy thing I've been thinking, like, you know what I'm saying, the older I get, some of my favorite artists' names are Earl, Todd. I'm like, damn, there was some regular ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
What is Crazy's real name?
Yeah.
Oh, what is Crazy's real name is Crazy
Anthony.
something Jackson.
Yeah. Anthony Henderson is his real name.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we everybody got some regular names. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like saying like a Steve Wan or nothing crazy. It's like Earl.
Yeah.
It's just Earl.
Earl.
Mr. Earl.
Shout out DMX, you know what I mean?
All right, for the ladies,
Yeah.
favorite female rapper.
Favorite female rapper.
All time,
man. That's
You ain't even giving them the choice of an option of 3 or 4. You just one.
One.
You'll get one.
You get one. If you got
And it only can be one.
you got to do a 12-hour road trip and you can only play her.
All right.
rest in peace to Gangsta Boo.
Oh,
It's gotta
Gangsta
be-
Boo. Hey, and I did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming either.
But I should have known.
But yeah, it makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
you know,
His Mount Rushmore is very it's connected right there. Gangsta Boo.
But my favorite Gangsta Boo is bald head, squally wet, ain't got no hair in back. She's like, I thought you had some, what do you say? All up in my face, talking this and that. I thought you had. Oh man, but you know,
Gangsta Boo. Man, I listen.
That
But it's his. I can't.
3-6 Mafia though, they had a knack for bringing like this all them hard tracks, especially as a female artist. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Boo, man, yeah, Lil Chat, like
Yeah.
they was hard. They was hard. Memphis always have a way to, you know what I mean, make it hard though. You know what I mean?
If I had, but I want to go back a little bit about you know when Nightshield was Nightshield Entertainment and he had a whole squad, right? I'm gonna make a confession. I was jealous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I was jealous about, right? Because this was when No Limit was popping, Cash Money was popping, right? Nightshield had these album covers, man.
Yeah. And
I'm like, how come I can't get one of these joints?
He had the game soda, bro.
Listen, man, and he was putting them out who is printing these?
Yeah, do you remember what was it? Pen and Pixel, like all the No Limit covers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he had the lock on the Sioux Falls pen and pixel.
He did. I was like,
I'm like, bro.
look, you just look at the cover and you're like, I'm gonna buy it. It could be whoever.
I gotta go find some of them old covers that you had. I know I got a couple flyers in somewhere in a book, and I'm gonna try to.
I remember the Sinatra joint.
Yeah.
I remember he was like, I remember the Nightshield. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we had a dope cover, but damn,
it wasn't
I was jealous. I was like, yo, let me get on the track.
It was never
just so I could get on this album cover.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? But hey, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I want to hold you forever. I just want to salute you, bro, and all the things that you've done, you know what I'm saying, throughout your career here in Sioux Falls, doing the hip hop. I see you transition again, continue to reinvent yourself. Like I said before, we don't have no budget, but we did scrounge together something like this.
Yeah, man, we came through. Boom.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
One of the founders, man.
Hell yeah.
Since you one of the founding members, you know what I'm saying, one of those heads that would go on the Sioux Falls rap scene, you know, Mount Rushmore, you a Sioux Falls star, bro. So whenever you wear that hat, bro, I hope you feel like bigger than anything out there right now, you know what I'm saying? So salute you, man. Shout out to the people.
Man,
let them know where they can find you at, man.
Social media.
Yeah, social media, just Nightshield, NIGHTSHIELD. You can find me, pretty much anywhere music's found. I want to get on the Touch Tunes though. That's what I want. I really want to get on Touch Tunes.
That's what's up.
But other than that, you can
somebody send a DM to Manny to let Nightshield know how to get on Touch Tunes. You know what I mean? How that works.
Touch Tunes. Okay, don't get dirty.
Yeah,
you're filthy. Animal.
Oh yeah, and also send all the old school like crazy the road pics, the groupies and all that stuff. You can find him at Manny Dog.
No, you cannot. Listen, don't send me nothing. Like at the end of the day, if I get one more, I think you handsome.
Oh man, but hey, shout out to everybody. Make sure you do everything you're supposed to do on social media. Like, subscribe, share. February 24th, check out my man for the roast of Night Shizzle. You know what I mean? And we for the record. I'm your boy KD3.
You hear me, Manny Dogs.
Hey man. Hey, make sure you check us out on Thursdays. And hey, we for the record. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Cheese, no snap, no, she's the